Buenos días a todos. Rich Rising. Hope y'all are doing well this rising. I'm going to be pulling a card. Hello, everybody. Yeah, so I'm going to be pulling a card today. I'm thinking a lot about just my daily life, because that's what I can go on. But, I want to tap in respectfully to those that are listening, to those that are interested, to share, some energy of the day, something that we can meditate on and think about. The deck that I'm going to be using today is called Mystic Mondays Tarot. I know it's Tuesday, but, I think every day is a good day to be practicing with our cards, and tuning in with the divine for those spirit-guided messages. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So the first card that I pulled today is the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles. This is where we currently are today, right? And so the Four of Pentacles represents control, stability, conservative, and what they say is that lock and key, you've got your finances stashed away with double security. You're in complete control of what goes in and what goes out, dutifully standing guard at the door. Saving is a habit that you've mastered, and you've racked up enough in the bank to be financially stable and independent, right? Because Pentacles is about grounding. You are in complete control and conservative about how you spend your money, valuing your possessions. Kudos to the discipline it took to get your finances in order. However, watch out for penny pinching to the point where you don't allow yourself to enjoy the fruits of your labor, right? That self-care. Let's not forget to take care of ourselves. Let's not forget to invest in ourselves. And, there's always going to be that fluidity in that stream of money. So whether that's like a lack of money or like an abundance of money, acknowledge that like we don't possess money. We don't possess like objects outside of ourselves, right? All we possess is that relationship to money and abundance and finances, right? And so like as easy as it comes is as easy as it can go. So just being thankful, right? Being grateful is what keeps us in that abundance mindset. Equating financial security with self-worth creates a dependency on stacking up the cash no matter what the cost. Remember, you are inherently worthy no matter what your bank account says, right? And so like if my bank account's on E, that doesn't mean that like I'm broke, right? Like my mindset may be broke, and that's okay, like I may be in a place where like I'm trying to rebuild myself and restructure my relationship around finances, and it may just be reflecting in my money, right? But like it doesn't necessarily mean that like I'm any less worthy. It doesn't mean that I don't have valid space, that I should be here on earth and present, right? Even if I don't have money. And if I don't have money, it doesn't mean that I'm a burden to those that are financially supporting me, right? We all bring something to the table. And so that's something that I'm telling myself today, and that's something that I'm telling you all today. And something else that we can think about is materialism, selfishness, and frugality. Prioritizing self-interest over everything else can easily turn into greed. Frugal spending for fear of losing it all has you clenching on tightly to your existing capital with no room for error, right? And so like I'm thinking a lot about like the things that nourish us, the things that make us feel abundant. That's the things that we should be reinvesting in when we have a little bit more, right? When we are abundant, we want to like re-pour those cups into the cups that fill us up, right? Like, and so let's not invest in these white businesses, honestly, like, and I know that's like that's difficult, right? Because like we're surrounded by whiteness, But like something else that I've been thinking about is like, what are the ways that we contribute to whiteness, and what are the ways that are in our control that we can dismantle, right? And that we can kind of like disrupt and like recreate our relationship with these institutions, right? Because they're everywhere. Settler colonialism, it pervades, unfortunately. But it doesn't mean that, like, you know, we can't challenge it in small ways so that on the daily practices we're able to eradicate it in certain... There we go. Cool. Okay. Something else that, you know, if you're just coming on this morning, if you're just joining me, you know, the card is Four of Pentacles, right? And so lots of grounding. Four is sacred. It's the four directions. And so... you know, material gains are not the answer to your problems. All work and no play blocks out any hopes for any real relationships. Make time for yourself. Sorry, I got poor connection, y'all. Ooh. But, you know, what is life whenever we have, like, all these things, these material items, but we have no one to share it with, right? And so, like, there is going to be that balance. And I think that that's what this card is reminding us of, is to focus on that balance. Like, focus on, like, the financial abundance, but also like the spiritual abundance and friendship and loving relationships and kinship, right? Like that's what really will maintain our abundance, maintaining that that abundance mindset, right? Body, mind, and spirit. And so you deserve to enjoy earnings from time to time. Don't let money control you and your decisions. Know that no matter how much money you have and whatever amount of stuff you can buy, it will not be what ultimately fills you up. Look toward what makes you passionate and makes you money now. Now that's a game changer, okay? Right? So like, how do we like bring these two like realms together and let them like coexist, right? Like something that I'm really, really good at, and also something that I'm really passionate about, something that like lights my fire, right? And we want to be able to like focus in on that. And so I'm gonna pull one more card. Ooh, and here in a minute I gotta go to work, so I'm just gonna rush through this for real quick. Actually, not rush through it, but be mindful of my own energy and know that I made a commitment to being at work at 10:30. So I'm just gonna pull an oracle card. And so this is something that we can think about today. Something that the landscape is asking us to meditate on. And ooh, yes. Okay, so I've pulled this card a lot actually. It's called Healing Chaos. All right. And so like we have this like tornado here, and I don't know if you can see it very well, but like we have butterflies within this tornado, like surrounding this tornado, right? And so it's like, dang, you know, like how are they able to like flutter through this tornado and like make it look so divine still, you know, like the butterflies belong there. But like, you know, we never really see like tornadoes and butterflies go together, because like butterflies are like seemingly butterflies are seemingly like those very delicate creatures, right? But like that's like us assuming that we understand butterflies, you know, and like really, like unless we're butterflies, we don't really know much about butterflies except for our relationship to those butterflies, you know. And so like if that resonates, you know, I invite you to think about that. And so Healing Chaos is also called the spiraling tornado. Okay, so the energy in our universe spirals. Water spirals in the wake of the fish that swims through the stream. Air spirals in the wake of a bird in flight. The moon spirals around the earth, which spirals around the sun, which spirals around the galaxy. Even our DNA is a spiral. It is the healing principle of life. It's not an accident that the ancient symbol for healing is the caduceus? I don't know. If y'all know how to pronounce that, hit me up. Two spiraling serpents. It is the sacred spiral. Most people assume that there is nothing good that comes from tornadoes, but every part of nature has value. For example, although some birds lose their habitat from a tornado, birds such as the prairie warbler, whirlpool will, woodpecker, grouse, and woodcock, as well as forest salamanders, all benefit from the new landscape that's created by tornadoes. Downed trees provide habitat for black bears and white-tailed deer and create den for many kinds of animals. Tornadoes churn up the soil in ways that rejuvenate the earth, right? And so, like, I don't know, like, I feel like our very, like, European mindset would say, like, tornadoes are bad, right? Because, like, that's what we've been taught. But I would also say that, like, tornadoes, like, are an opportunity, right? Like, every time that we are hit with a disaster that is beyond our own control, all we can manage is our reaction to that, right? And so, like, I'm thinking about, like, just things that may come up in life, like, you know, it's all about, like, the way that we, like, approach these situations with grace and compassion and understanding, and it makes that, like, that blow, like, a little less, like, painful, you know. And so the sacred landscape wants us to know, when you receive this card, it acknowledges potential chaos or the need for chaos as an activator for profound healing, right? Because, like, we are in our comfort zones when there is no chaos. When we know exactly what's about to happen, we're not challenged, you know? And so I'm not saying, like, don't get comfortable and don't find your comfort throughout the day, but I also am saying, like, you know, things are gonna happen, and it's like a challenge to be able to, like, overcome those things with that, like, mindset of compassion, with understanding, and with grace. And so you are being healed in all levels. You are a healer. Alternatively, if your life is calm to the point of being stagnant, this card suggests that it might be time to create a bit of chaos in your life. It will activate healing, do the unexpected, mix life up a bit. So thank y'all for listening. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a blessed day.